This is Carl at National RV Detroit. I'm going to walk you through this 2023 Salem Cruise Lite Platinum Edition, model number 28 VBXL. So this is not a floor plan video, it's a how-to, so I'm just going to show you some of the features, how they work, okay? Starting at the door side rear, you can see we have the new style stabilizers that drop right down into the ground, and then you crank them. So you don't have to crank them all the way. They go down to the ground and then you just tighten them up, which makes it a lot easier, just a lot less cranking. So they're called quick drop, and we have those. Also, you have a power awning with an LED strip, outside speakers of course. This is the vent for the range hood. It has a baffle in it right here. So if you're venting to the outside using the range hood fan, make sure you stick your thumb in there and pop the baffle loop so loose so it flaps freely. That way you can vent to the outside. This is the furnace vent here. This is TV signal out plus power. This is a coil attachment for a sprayer. We'll show you that. There's probably going to be another one on the other side too. This is the fresh water fill. I mean, the most common way to get water to the trailer obviously is city water, which is on the other side. If you're camping someplace that does not have city water, you can pre-fill your fresh water tank and then use the onboard pump to pump the water. So I'll show you where the switch for the pump is once we get inside, but this is only for when you don't have city water. Alright, now first of all, you have a griddle in here and a refrigerator. I just want to show you the griddle has to be, the LP on the griddle has to be plugged in, right? So this is where you would plug it into right here. Okay, that's a quick connect for the LP. So this is, you extend this out and then you connect the rubber hose to here. Let's see if we can find the hose. Oh, here's right here. So this is the quick connect hose right here. You see it's got a female and then it has the male. So that's how you attach the griddle to the LP system. Of course, you have a refrigerator here, and this is the sprayer I told you about. It's got a spray head and a coiled hose. Okay. Alrighty, so let's see what else we have here. Okay, so you have a Husky centerline weight distribution hitch with built-in sway control. So we'll show you how that operates when you pick up. We'll give you a lesson on how to hitch it and unhitch it, okay? Let's see what else we have in here. Okay, this box here is your dump hose, which comes with the trailer. You have two cranks hanging there on the wall. The large one that's sort of copperish colored is the 3/4 inch crank for the stabilizers. Now the smaller silver one is for the power tongue jack. If the power tongue jack happens to fail for any reason, so you have up and down plus a hitch light. If it happens to fail for any reason, you can pull this rubber plug out of the top and use that crank to crank it manually. So you can always get yourself out of trouble when it comes to hitching and unhitching. So you got two LP tanks with an automatic changeover regulator. You have a deep cycle marine battery, right? And there's the kill switch for the battery. So if you want to shut the battery off, you just turn that red key to off, and it'll disconnect the trailer or the battery from the trailer. All right. The other side of your pass-through storage. This is your shore cord here. It's a 30 amp, 30-foot cord. We also give you a reducer to reduce it down to a 20 amp plug if you need to. Okay, we're just running on battery right now because we're just doing a walkthrough. So your slide room is commonly referred to as a Schwintek, just so you know. There are different types. I mean, a company named Lippert has bought Schwintek, so it's their product now, but people still refer to it as a Schwintek. They'll know what you're talking about, okay? This is your dump valves here. So you got two gray and a black. Black is toilet water and waste, of course. Gray is sink and shower water. This right here is your black tank flush. So after you dump your black tank, if you leave the valve open, you have to leave the valve open. You put the hose at the dump station right on here. Turn on the water, it'll spray out the inside of your black tank, clean it off, clean the sensors off, that sort of thing. So if you have a working hose at the dump station, it's a really good thing to do. This is your city water hookup here. Remember I showed you the fresh water fill on the other side. This is the most common way to get water right here. You just hook your hose up and you're all set. Alrighty. This is your water heater. Okay, see if I can do this with one hand here. Okay, so this one works on both gas and electric. So there's a rocker switch right here, on and off. That controls the electric heating element that's behind this cover. So you can turn that element on and off right there. Now when it comes to the gas burner, you can turn that on inside. I'll show you the switch for that when we get in there. Right now this is in camping mode, and it's all set for the summer. There's water in the tank. Never run the water heater without water in it, otherwise you'll damage it. So always make sure there's water in it before you run it. Now this is where you drain it at right here. It takes 1 1/16 6-point socket, so you can pull it out. It's got an anode rod attached to it, so it's long, but that's that. So okay, a little farther, this is where your 30 amp cord is gonna, short cord plugs in obviously. This is your campground cable and satellite through. This is pre-wired for a backup camera, so it takes a Furion camera, so you can always add that on if you choose. It also is you got a pre-hookup for Lippert telescoping ladder, so you can access your roof easy. While we're talking about the roof, the manufacturer states every 60 days you should inspect your roof, so make sure you go up there or have somebody go up there. Look at all the sealant, make sure there's no cracking or separation where water could get through. Make sure there's no damage to the roofing materials or to the roofing materials or the roofing attachments, you know, by let's say low branches or road debris flying up there. Just give it a good inspection to stay ahead of any possible problems. If you see an issue, take care of it. Odds are you'll go up there for years not have to do anything, but that's why you're inspecting it, to make sure. It should be part of your regular maintenance. Okay. So this one has a solar panel, of course. The only button you have to worry about is the one in the upper right corner. I know you can't see it very well from here, so I'll just have to walk you through it. Right now it's 14.1 volts. Maybe I can do it this way. Let's see. Hopefully you can see that. 14.1 volts, which is perfect. You push it again. That's your gain from your solar panel. So right now your solar panel is sending 4.2 amps to the battery for storage. You hit it again, you got 19 amp hours. That's right, and you're back to voltage. So it gives you the 3 readings. Now if this ever flashes FUL and stops responding when you push the buttons, it's not broke. It's telling you that the battery's full to the point where it has no place else to store energy, so it just shuts the panel off until the level in the battery drops. As soon as the amps in your battery drop down, it'll go right back to normal. So FUL with a flash is telling you that there's no room for storage. So if you were to unplug it from the AC and run a DC appliance or something on DC, it'll start to go down and you'll see it, you'll see the panel go right back to normal. So keep that in mind. Now this is a dimmer switch, right? These are your lights. You have a light on your power awning. You can see the power awning right there. Very simple. Never leave it out unattended. Always roll it in when you're not at the campground. This is the switch for your slide room. Okay. Your water pump is right here. You use that to pump fresh water from the fresh water tank if you don't have city water hookup. You also use that to winterize the trailer. To light your water heater on gas is right here. There's the fault light, right? Remember I told you the switch for the electrics on the outside in the lower left-hand corner. Never run the water heater without water in it. Those are your 2 switches there. These are your levels. Batteries charged, fresh empty, black is empty, gray is empty. They graduate up in 1/3 increments as they go, so you can keep an eye on it. Alright, so you have 2 remotes. This one here is for your sound bar. This one here is for your fireplace. Now the fireplace has you can set the temperature. You can adjust the looks of the fire. It has a timer on it, so you can You can set the timer to turn on and off whenever you want to, so has a lot of good features. The soundbar itself has FM radio, no AM. FM radio, you have a USB slot, so you could take all your albums with you or whatever you want to do on a USB drive. HDMI is an in case you want to go into the system. Let's say you got a TV hooked up and you want to use a portable Blu-ray player. You could put it right here, plug it in, and go straight into the system. It has Bluetooth, so you can stream wirelessly from your phone or your tablet. And also you have 2 speaker zones, 1 and 2. 1 is inside the trailer, 2 is outside the trailer. So it does a lot. There is a backer plate here for a TV bracket. Okay, and all they're telling you here is that this is pre-wired for a public Wi-Fi booster. So if you're interested, you go to this website, kingconnect.com, and look at their products for pre-wired trailers. So that's just if you wanted to add it consists of an antenna on the roof and then a router that would sit right in here. So that's what that's for. It's pre-wired. There's a little button here. You can turn the LED on and off. You always want it on when you're using the antenna. This is the digital signal booster for the antenna. You will not get a good picture if you have it off, so it always should be glowing green. Okay? All right. These are your keys. Okay. Your microwave works like any other microwave. This is your range hood. I told you that if you're using the fan, make sure you open the baffle on the outside so it flaps freely. So whatever you're venting makes it to the outside. You also have a light here. I don't know if he's got the gas on here, so let me just, if not, I'll just talk you through it. You have 3 knobs here and 3 burners. Then you have this one here, which is the sparker. You turn it clockwise to spark it. And then this one here is for the oven. So let's just see if we got gas hooked up. Doesn't look like it. Oh yeah, I hear it. So what might have happened is that when the maybe it's not on. When you change a tank, you get air in the line, so it takes a little bit to push the air through and get to the gas. Normally, when it's been hooked up, you just click it one time and it lights. I'm not getting any gas here. Let me go look and see if it's on. Let me check. So we'll go up here to the tank and see if the valves are turned on. On. Yep, they're both on. So let me try it again. Like I said, it's a long line, and if it's filled with air, it takes a while to push the air through and get to the gas. There we go. Still got the other one. Okay, there it goes. All right. So from now on, now that the air's been pushed out of the lines, you're just going to turn it this far and spark it. I'm going to adjust that one. It doesn't, like so. Okay. I'm going to try this once again and see if it's, yeah, it needs a little adjustment. It looks like the sparker's a little too far away. So I'll have our guy take care of that. It'll be working perfectly when you pick up. All right, so there's a pilot light on the oven. It's all the way at the back on the bottom. I can probably spark it so you can see it. I don't know if you can see it or not, but basically you go to the oven knob, you go to the picture of the flame, you depress it, keep it depressed while you're lighting it. After you light it, you're still holding this the knob in, and you wait another 10 or 15 seconds after it lights to heat up the thermocouple. Then you'll go to operating temperature, and you'll be all set. When you shut the oven off, the pilot light goes off. So you have to. Oh, I got to quit messing with it. You have to relight the pilot light each time you use the oven. Okay. So your refrigerator is a gas, or no, sorry, it's a 12-volt DC compressor refrigerator. So it runs on 12-volt DC. As you can see, it's a regular type refrigerator. It has a compressor. It's just, like I said, it just runs on DC instead of AC. This device here is your carbon monoxide LP gas detector. If it goes off, you take everybody outside, shut the appliances off, shut the gas off at the front, figure out what's going on. When you're going about your daily business, make sure that this is always glowing green. If it's not, get it serviced, because it's important, obviously. That detects carbon dioxide and LP gas buildup. Alright, your thermostat is very simple. You just poke it once to light it up, and then you keep going. You go, fan will be next, then AC, then furnace. If they give you an option of fan speed, I always go with auto. That's the best way to go. Okay, so this couch jackknifes flat, so you can turn it into a bed. This piece moves. You can remove it, this piece here, or you can move it to different positions. You can drop the table down onto these cleats here and use the cushions to fill in space and turn that into a bed, so you have 2 extra places to sleep. And of course, when you come to your bunk room, you have 3 more bunks, or beds, 2 bunks and a fold-out bed here. Okay, that converts to a couch. Let me get some light here. Okay. So this device here is the power converter. This converts AC to DC power. So as long as you're plugged in, let me open this up here. As long as you're plugged in, you have 110 AC on this side. You have regular circuit breakers like you'd see at home, and they're labeled. All of them are labeled. Then the power is converted to 12 volt DC on this side. They're all labeled also. You got 12 volt fuses. Okay. Now this is also a battery tender, so when you're plugged in, it'll sense how much energy that your battery up front on the tongue needs, and it'll keep it charged. It'll send, if it's charged already, it'll send a couple amps up there to maintain it. If it's low, it'll send 10 amps or whatever. So when you're plugged in, this is going to charge your battery. When you're pulling down the road, your tow vehicle is going to charge the battery, and then the solar panel, depending on the amount of sunlight, the time of day, and that sort of thing, will always be charging your battery. So, okay. If you want more storage, add a second battery. Just make sure it's wired at 12 volts, so it outputs 12 volt. You just want to double the storage capacity, not the voltage. Okay. Alrighty, so let me look around here, see if I forgot anything. There's your smoke detector, obviously. Okay, your front bedroom. You have TV hookups here, and there's a backer plate in this wall, so you can put a bracket there if you want, so you can watch it while you're laying down. This is the emergency escape window here. They all work pretty much the same. You push this all the way through. Then you grab hold of this red tab and you just pull the screen out, and you can escape during an emergency. Okay. Also, the end of the bed picks up, so there's storage underneath it. And you have shades all the way around, except for this kitchen window, which has blinds. Okay. Oh, the bathroom. Okay. So the sink and shower work like any other sink and shower. You do have a fan with in a roof vent. The toilet works like all RV toilets in that it sits directly over the black tank. Now, right there is let me see if I can get it, is the flush pedal. So when you step on it, obviously water comes out. The thing you have to remember, you can't use it dry. By dry, I'm talking about the black tank, which is directly below it. You always have to have chemical and water in it before you use it. So when you get to the campground, you hook up your power and your water. You come in here, you put a dose of chemical right in the bowl. You stand on the pedal till at least a gallon of water goes in there along with the chemical, then you're all set. If you don't do that, it's considered using it dry, and it can get clogged up and the smell will be terrible, and it'll just be a mess. So you always want chemical and water in there before you start using it. Alright, this GFCI, all the receptacles in the trailer, including the one on the outside, run through this GFCI, so keep that in mind. That's where you reset it. Okay? Alright, I think that's got it there. So I want to thank you for purchasing your trailer here at National RV Detroit. That burner will be working perfectly when you pick it up. Please remember what I said about inspecting the roof every 60 days or so. That should be part of your regular maintenance. And right now, the antifreeze has been purged from the system and replaced with fresh water. The water heater is in camping mode right now, and there's water in the water heater, so it's ready to go. Never run the water heater without water in the tank, okay, in the heater tank. Okay, thank you.